dear Yoongi here, and welcome back to my channel. I recently uploaded a video talking about K-pop idols who I think passed the vibe check, and you guys loved the list and had so many more people to add. So I went through some of them and you were 100% correct. So today's video is K-pop idols who I think passed the vibe check part 2. Don't forget to check out part 1 when you're done here if you haven't already, because there may be somebody you think is missing from this video who I actually included in part 1. Just as a reminder for those who aren't familiar, passing the vibe check is this phrase that gets thrown around a lot online. It basically is about somebody you approve of as a person, you really like their personality and you vibe with it. You think you would get along great with them, and everybody's idea of what passes the vibe check for them can be very different. So because of that reason, disclaimer time, please feel free to skip ahead with the chapters at the bottom if you don't want to listen to these. But for those that do, please note that these are just my opinions and this video is just for fun. Just because I mentioned one idol and not another doesn't mean I'm saying they don't pass the vibe check. A lot of the time if I don't mention somebody, it's perhaps simply because I didn't have enough time in this video or because I don't feel like I know them well enough to comment. So there's absolutely no hate intended by anything I say in this video. Okay, great, so now it's all cleared up, let's get started. The first artist I want to talk about today is Alexa.
I'm Hannah Montana. Okay, screenshot. Why does my hair hate me? God has favorites and it's not me.
I look dead. Miss Keisha, she's dead.
You may already know Alexa for her solo music, her podcasting, or her recent success on the America Song Contest because she is taking the world by storm at the moment, and I can't think of anybody more deserving. Alexa has been on multiple survival shows and worked her butt off to get where she is today, and she's done it all with such modesty. She's such a down-to-earth person, and I think that really shows. She's even said in the past that her goal is to become more successful in Korea and to find her mother's birth family because her mum is adopted. I'm sorry, but how can you not love somebody who seems so lovely? Next idol I think passes the vibe check is all of TXT.
Pink! Of course pink. Purple. Pink.
Yeah.
My hair color.
Purple.
Why?
Because your hair color is pink.
Blue. 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 No, I mean blue. Yellow.
I would choose blue.
Please ask me why. Because your hair color is blue.
점수 시청자 선. 던져요.
When I did part 1 of this video, I really struggled to get my list down to make sure the video wasn't too long, and I knew that I would get the same question so many times, where are TXT in this video? And the answer is simple, they're in my list for part 2. Don't worry, there's no doubt in my mind that all the members of TXT passed the vibe check. I think you can see it in all the members individually, but also in the way they are with each other as a group. Yes, the members do all have contrasting personalities, but I think each member's best qualities complement each other really well, and there's something so comforting about that and the way they interact, you know? And now another idol we're going to talk about is Twice's Dahyun.
여기 뭔 줄이야?
Well, hi, bonjour. Wow.
500원에 들어가시는 분이.
이거 100원입니다. 500원. 야, 인사도. 야, 설마 500원? 500원 들어갑니다.
I can't imagine how difficult it must be to be in one of the biggest girl groups in the country, but the fact that Dahyun has managed to handle it while being her authentic self the entire time is honestly so impressive to me. She seems like such a fun, down-to-earth person to be around. One of my favourite Dahyun moments still to this day is how she has this thing where she somehow manages to always find and spot the camera no matter where or how far away it is. She's so funny and so entertaining to watch, so I always just vibe with her and the way she seems. Her energy is so on point, which I love. Next up, I want to talk about Bangchan of Stray Kids, but also Felix of Stray Kids. Let's just call a spade a spade. All of Stray Kids pass the vibe check.
Stray Kids! Woo! Wait.
Not Stray Kids. Stray Kids. 한식 한 사람이 식당에 가면 한식인가?
아 찬이 마이크 위에 넘어졌나봐.
내가 그거 걸린 것 같아. 영상? 치지.
Stray Kids was another group I struggled with in part 1 because I wanted to include all of them, and I debated it before deciding to just speak about Han. And then of course the comments were like, hello, justice for Bang-chan. And I was like, no, you're completely right. I 100% agree. And the same goes for Felix and in fact the rest of the group. I haven't seen a group quite like Stray Kids for a while, in the sense that it just feels so comfortable for me seeing them be them, if that makes sense. I don't feel like any of them are ungenuine or putting on the perfect boy group persona. They're unapologetically them, and I think this is a big reason why so many people love them. We're going to move on to the next idol, and that is Idol's Yuki.
이게 뭐예요? 이거 백포도주. 취한 걸. 이 밤에 취해.
네 명 할 수 있어. 그 다음 언니 하면 돼.
그분이 가셨죠? 죄송합니다. 죄송합니다.
What I love about Yuki is that she seems to be an idol who I think everybody agrees passes the vibe check. Like, yeah, of course we can disagree on who passes the vibe check, and that's fine because everybody's idea of what that means is different, but she somehow mastered the art of passing everybody's vibe check, I think. She seems like a really caring person, always looking out for the other members, and tries to involve everybody where possible. And I think it's so clear to see that's who she is, and not like she's just putting on a front for the cameras. Because you can see the way she's so attentive even when they aren't necessarily in front of an audience or knowing that they're being watched, sort of thing. Another idol who passes my vibe check is NCT's Mark.
Real milkshakes, 5 guys. Goodbye guys.
웃을 때 정우가 맨날 따라하는데 그걸 따라하는 제가 이제 생겼어요.
Oh, that's us.
That's us.
Oh, that is us.
Yeah.
It's us.
Cause like,
Are you guys being serious right now?
like,
Are you guys? I'm actually so confused right now.
Dude, just go with the flow.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it now.
I don't mean to sound like an absolute simp, but I'm probably going to, so bear with. I have biased this man since the SM Rookies days, so I feel very qualified to comment on his character from what I've seen, as a fan anyway, of course. And I think my love for Mark back in the SM Rookies days is what got me into NCT in the very beginning because I was so excited to see him debut. I've always appreciated how warm he seems as a person. There's something about him that makes me think he'll be super easy to get along with. Idols getting their own personal Instagrams is so fun because it gives us an even clearer understanding of people's personalities. And Mark's makes him seem so fun and pretty chilled and laid back at the same time, I think. Plus his username is a pun, which I always appreciate too. I want to talk about another whole group who passed the vibe check from me, and that is Stacy.
해외 투어 일정이 잡혔어요. 공항에는 사람들이 아주 많아요. 분들이 다 아이사 씨를 보고 있나요?
제니 선배.
블랙핑크 제니?
제니 선배님께서 제 옆으로 지나가셨는데 너무 예뻐요.
I know I said it only a couple of minutes ago, but the pressure on idols and in fact girl groups especially to keep up an image is unreal. So the fact that there are 4th gen girl groups debuting with a really fun vibe makes me so happy. The variety content I've seen of the girls so far makes them all sound so sweet but also funny. Whenever I watch anything of them, the vibe just seems so good and light. Does light sound weird, or do you get what I mean? Considering the amount of stress they must be under, the fact they manage to seem so positive I think says a lot about them as people and their bond as a group. Another idol people could not believe I didn't include in part 1 is ATEEZ's Hongjoong.
왜 때려? 네가 때렸잖아. 왜 때려? 너 때렸잖아. 싸우지 않으실게요, 여러분. 진짜 안 보여. 싸우지 않으실게요. 그럼 그만 때릴게요. 왜 그러세요? 제가 때렸어요.
맛있어? 제가 신 건 진짜 잘 먹고 레몬도 한 입에 다 먹거든요. 표정 안 변하고. 이거 노란색은 약간
레몬맛 진짜 한번 먹어봐요.
나 이거 괜찮은데?
오 레몬맛.
초콜릿이 지금 스파클링?
저요? 저는 복근이 이렇게 나오는 걸 별로 안 좋아하는 거예요. 집순이에요, 집순이. 잘안 좋아해요. 집밖에 안 나오는 부끄러워해서. 저도 막 이렇게 강요하는 편이 아니라서.
I promise I did not forget about him, guys. I would never. He's easily one of my favorite leaders in K-pop at the moment, and I think everything he represents as a person in terms of his values he openly supports is admirable, but also as an artist and a group leader, he is something else. More so than all of this and all his talents, he just genuinely seems like somebody who would be an amazing friend. He seems like this deep, intelligent friend who would be able to have like a philosophical conversation about the universe 1 minute and then give you a little casual fashion advice the next, you know, like that duality. There's another whole group I have to mention who always passed my vibe check, and that is SHINee.
Crump, 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 crump. 부셔, 부셔.
블링블링이 종현 우리 황역주제 세이윤 두부 올리다는 온유 결국 카리스마 민호 My name is Minho.
I feel like whenever I talk about SHINee, I always use that same photo, but it's just one of my favorites. I'm sorry, I think it's so cute. But yeah, I only got into SHINee more recently, so I've had years worth of content to catch up on, and I completely understand how somebody would think they don't pass the vibe check. They hate each other, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff. But you know what I think it is? I think their friendship and bond is so close that the 5 of them are brothers for life. No matter what happens, everything they have gone through, their bond is so clear and strong. I could watch compilations of them just being funny and being them for hours because they're all such likeable people. And I like that their contrasting personalities has a bit of something for everyone. Next up, we're going to talk about Day 6's Young K.
Given of day, yeah! 안녕하세요. 술목 기분 업데이입니다. 아직 잠에서 덜 깨서 그래요.
친하지 않았어요. 내가 더 친해야 돼.
이다! 아직 아니에요. 아니에요. 진짜 가끔씩 듣면서 너무 이상해. 마음에 안 들어. 도훈아 잘하자.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not massively into Day 6 as like a stan of the group. I more just like some of their music and know a bit about the members, but I've always loved Young K from the things I've seen of him on variety shows. The vibes have always seemed so on point with him because he's so funny, so that's why I just had to include him. Maybe some My Days will be able to elaborate on his personality better than me, but from what I've seen as more of an outsider, he seems to be a lot more than just funny. Aside from being extremely intelligent, like he graduated from university while in the group, he's also extremely talented and hardworking, and I think you can see that really clearly. He just seems like a really likable person to me and somebody you'd enjoy being around. I think you can tell pretty quickly whether or not someone is likable, and he fits the criteria. Now we're going to move on to the next idol, that is Red Velvet's Yeri.
바나나 로띠 어딨어요? 바나나 로띠!
누가 네 부모님이 또 거짓말했구나.
영국에서 왔어요. 저 영국 영어 할 줄 알아요. Hi, my name's Yeri. I'm Korean singer. Yeah. Song name is Rookie. Show. Rookie. What's 그 느낌 저기는.
Yeri is another person who has such a likability for me. She spent her late teens growing up as a member of a huge girl group, but that hasn't stopped her from being relatable. She's the same age as me, well, 1 whole day older, so I'm not sure if we count as Gen Z or anything, but that's the sort of vibe she gives me, like, you know, those of us who grew up on the internet day and age sort of vibes. I know she's friends with a lot of senior idols too, as well, which makes a lot of sense, because she seems really easy to get along with. She's somehow both really high energy, but also really chill, and I like when people have both sides of them like that. And last but not least for today's video, I would also like to include Kim Sejong.
은밀한 신체 비밀을 네, 말하러 왔습니다. 사실 목에 털이 나요.
안돼 목에
배 까는 게 없을 줄 알고 남편하고 돼지국밥을 먹었는데 또 갑자기 배를 깐대요. 그러면 운동할 수밖에 없죠. 아 그래? 그럼 안 해도 돼. 뭐야? 에이, 안 해도 됩니다 여러분. 제가 저걸 입었다면 복근 운동을 계속 했어야 됐는데 안 해도 되지요.
스턴트 긴 바지.
한 마리가
Most people may know Sejong from her days as a member of IOI and Gugudan, but she now works more as a soloist and actress. I didn't know a great deal about Sejong until somebody mentioned her in the comments of part 1 to this video and told me to check her out because they thought I'd like her. And thank you whoever commented that because you were correct. She gives me a similar vibe to Hani, who I also mentioned in part 1, in the sense that yes, we all know her for how talented she is, but she's also this like full bundle of joy, to the point where I don't understand how anybody could dislike her. Everybody seems to always be so happy and comfortable around her, which I think is a really great reflection on the good vibes that she is. Okay guys, and that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments your thoughts on the ones I included and if you can think of any more of your own. And don't forget to go and watch part 1 if you have not yet to see if any more of your favourite idols were mentioned there. If you're new here and have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell to be the first to hear whenever I upload. And as always, my social medias will be on screen. That's my Twitter and my Instagram. I always follow back fellow K-pop stans, so let's be friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys!